High above the earth floats Aerowood, a breathtaking forest suspended on clouds, where glowing trees hum with magic and the wind sings through crystal leaves. The skies tremble as an enormous shadow creeps over Aerowood. The feared sky pirate Captain Gurrak and his fleet of armored airships descend from the storm belt. They learn to use music and gesture, building trust and teamwork. Each must face their inner fears alone. Flick faces the fear of fading into nothing. Here, the trio encounters spirit fragments of Aerowood ancestors who share ancient wisdom about the Lightleaf's origin. They learn the Lightleaf was not just a source of power, it was a promise, a living piece of unity gifted by the first Starborn to protect balance in the skies. In the final battle, Luma deflects his dark lightning with bursts of memory, her friend's laughter, her mother's lullaby, the golden sunrise over Aerowood. Her light grows, overwhelming the corruption. Nimbus and Flick arrive just in time. With their help, they channel their powers into the Lightleaf, restoring its radiant glow. The fortress collapses, its metal torn apart by a great surge of harmony energy. Gurrak is swept into the storm, his shadow dispersed by the winds of change. To restore it, they must not only retrieve it, they must rekindle its true light through harmony. Luma, though dimmed, is offered the role of Lightkeeper by the ancient roots of the tree. She plants the seed of the restored Lightleaf. Above them, constellations form the shapes of the three heroes. Luma smiles, whispering, "No light is ever too small to guide the way," which bursts into new life, embedding her light into the future of Aerowood forever. Nimbus confronts his guilt over his past storm, and Luma sees a vision of Aerowood dying because she failed. But through their bond, they conquer the trial, earning Embark's blessing and a shard of skyfire that later saves them in their darkest hour. Nimbus begins to control his voice, manipulating wind currents to lift them out of danger. Flick discovers he can create bursts of flame that don't destroy but shape, lighting up ancient runes that lead them forward. Unleashes his storm guard, wind creatures made of storm clouds and metal. In a breathtaking aerial chase through lightning fields, Nimbus leads the group in a swirl of harmonized winds. Flick blasts open an escape tunnel, and Luma, her light weakening, pushes through using only the memory of her home's laughter. They crash land on the edge of Gurrak's floating fortress, the Iron Maw. Luma, meanwhile, taps deeper into her light, using it to reveal hidden paths and heal injured skybeasts. Gurrak, obsessed with power, believes the last Lightleaf can be sold to fuel dark magic in the Forbidden Storm cities, where lightning monsters and corrupted skylords rule. Using a mechanical claw, Gurrak steals the glowing leaf, snapping the balance of magic in the process. Instantly, Aerowood begins to decay. Light dims, rivers of air freeze mid-flow. Luma, nearly extinguished, comforts a young star pet caged near the heart of the machine, singing to it gently. The song spreads across the engine halls, awakening hope in the captured creatures. A rebellion begins within, as Flick sabotages the boilers and Nimbus jams the wind rotors. Chaos erupts. Luma sneaks into the core, where the Lightleaf is held in a prism of dark metal. And once lively creatures fall into silence. The elders despair, declaring the forest's end is near, but Luma refuses to accept defeat. With courage glowing in her heart, she sets off on a perilous journey beyond Aerowood to retrieve the Lightleaf and restore her home. At its heart stands the mighty Lightleaf tree, the oldest and most sacred tree, whose last glowing leaf keeps the entire forest alive. This leaf is a beacon of harmony, powered by ancient sky magic passed down for generations. Luma, a tiny winged creature made of soft golden light, is playful and curious, often wandering far beyond the tree's canopy, chasing stars and talking to flowers. Despite her bright nature, others see her as a dreamer, too small, too weak, too silly to be a hero. But Luma's spirit is fearless, and when darkness threatens Aerowood, she becomes its last hope. One fateful evening, as she ventures into the unknown, Luma quickly realizes she can't do it alone. She encounters Nimbus, a timid cloud sprite with silvery eyes and a voice that can sing winds into storms. Nimbus has lived in fear ever since his voice once caused a hurricane, but Luma believes in his power. Soon after, they meet Flick, a reckless, energetic fireball who leaves scorch marks wherever he bounces. Flick dreams of being more than just a spark and joins them to prove his worth. Though mismatched, the trio becomes inseparable, navigating one breathtaking realm after another, the echoing canyons of Whistlewind where sound turns into shape. The sleeping volcanoes of Emberwing, guarded by molten sky dragons. And the shattered ruins of Skyfall Islands, where gravity bends and forgotten spirits float like lanterns. In Whistlewind, the trio must communicate without sound as the wind twists every spoken word into something else. In Emberwing, they face the wrath of Emberix, the queen of sky dragons, who tests their courage by sending them into a lava maze. In the gravity-warped Skyfall Islands, time slows and memories swirl in the air like whispers. Their path grows more perilous as Gurrak, realizing they're close. The fortress is a maze of spinning gears, choking smog, and trapped sky creatures used to power the engines. Gurrak confronts her, mocking her size and hope. Back in Aerowood, the Lightleaf tree blossoms into 1,000 glowing leaves, each representing a story of courage and love. The trio returns as legends. In the final scene, children of Aerowood gather around Luma, Nimbus, and Flick, listening to their tale under a shimmering sky. The screen fades to stars. The end.